Hi everybody, I am Chef Gina Donovan and I will be your externship instructor in your upcoming course. So I probably met most of you by now, but I wanted to just give you a little brief presentation on how this class is going to work and maybe answer some questions you have, share my contact information and Chef Steve's contact information, and just go over the details of the class so you can rewatch it and get your questions answered. I'm going to share my screen with you and just go over my contact information again. I'm Chef Gina. You can reach me by email at chefdonovan@escoffier.edu. And we also have Chef Steve Brown. The two of us will be working together to guide you through the 6-week externship course. Either one of us can help you answer questions. We work together. Chef Brown will be processing all of your timesheets and your hours and putting in your attendance, but both of us can help you. You can reach us by text as well at 805-364-2260. That's for me. And Chef Steve, 818-297-6507. So some quick key points about externship is that you must take your externship course and pass it in order to graduate from the program. So for most of you or all of you, externship is the next scheduled course. So after you complete this class, right after, you will be scheduled into externship. And then your hours will start counting for externship once you're scheduled in the class. So for you all, your next scheduled class is after the summer break, starting July 10th through August 20th. It's a 6-week class, but now is the time that you want to start getting ready for externship. So we ask that you are preparing, you're going out making site visits, you have an externship site, and then you start getting the paperwork in. So do this block at the end of week 2, your externship agreement and the site agreement, which are located in your class. You just, you can download the forms. There are 2 forms, print them off, and go ahead and get them filled out and signed by your externship supervisor, your site supervisor. And they need to be completed and get into us and approved before the start of externship. So that's why we ask that they're due week 2. Now, if you don't have an externship site, and some of you may not, and many of you may not, you really need to start working really daily on this. Make daily phone calls, externship site or site visits, discussing your externship, and also working with your career services rep. And they can assist you with helping you with your resume, getting you leads, and all of that. So your course begins Wednesday, July 10th, and just like your current course and all of your others, we run from Wednesday through Tuesday. So you'll be collecting and getting your hours in from Wednesday through Tuesday, submitting your hours every Tuesday. So the end of the class after 6 weeks is August 20th, and that's the day you all become graduates and you complete the program. Externs are required to work a total of 150 hours. So at least a minimum of 150 hours. Many of you go well above and beyond that 150-hour mark. And you do that within 6 weeks. So it averages to 25 hours per week. And then hours outside that course timeline don't count toward externship. So any hours that you may be working now, if you are, they don't start working until you're scheduled into the class on Wednesday, July 10th. And that's when you start counting them and we start using those for attendance. And your sites need to be secured and your agreements need to be in before the class starts so you can get access to the electronic timesheet once the class starts on Wednesday, July 10th. And then we have your externship site agreement. So this is the 1-page site agreement. It is a contract between you and your, it's between us and your site supervisor. So go ahead and have them fill this out. They have their business name, phone number, business address, and a contact name and number. They sign it, and that part is done. So you hand this over to them, they fill it out. Once you're done, you'll take a picture of it and you'll get that in to us with the next document, which is the externship agreement. And this, so the other was the site agreement. This is the externship agreement. We have a page 1 and a page 2. So page 1, you fill it out. You'll put your externship course start date. So for every single one of you, you'll put July 10th, 2019, because that's when the class starts. You will put your name, the program that you're in. So if it's culinary arts or if it's pastry arts, and then your address, phone number, and your email. go ahead and sign and date that. And then the next page is for your employer. And again, this is an agreement between us, the school, and the site. So go ahead and have them fill out the name, their name, the title, the address of the site name. And then very important, phone number, email, so we can contact them for any verification purposes, and what position you'll be working in. You need a start date, so it might be different than July 10th. It might be that you started earlier, you're starting a few days later, but whatever your start date, and whether it's paid or unpaid, they sign it, date it, and then a proxy can be any additional people down here. They can have their name, title, and sign it. And those two people now will be the two that are able to sign off on your externship hours every week. Once you get in the class, you'll have access in the classroom to the proxy form if you want to add additional supervisors to sign off on your weekly timesheets. And there will be the electronic timesheet link. So once all your paperwork is in, after July 10th, you can click that link. You'll be able to see the electronic timesheet, put in your hours, and submit those hours. This is what that electronic timesheet looks like, just a digital timesheet. You'll put in the week start date, which is always a Wednesday, go through your hours, hand over your phone to your supervisor, they sign it, and you hit submit, and your weekly homework assignment is done for externship. And we'll go over all of these details the first day of class on our first live session on Wednesday, July 10th. So any additional details, turning in your hours every week, that's your weekly attendance. The weeks run from Wednesday through Tuesday, so hours are due Tuesday night. You can always turn them in early if you don't work Tuesday, like Monday or Sunday. And they're due at the end of every single week. If you need help from Career Services, you don't have a site, I would highly recommend calling them today. So everybody has a Career Services rep. You can always just, if you don't know who it is, email careerservices@escoffier.edu. We have Deborah Mastic on the West Coast, Eric Austin, Natalie Shively. I think these are changing a little. Some of you might have Annette Martinez-Smith. But if you don't know who it is, just reach out and somebody can help you. You can, again, contact Career Services at escoffier.edu. I hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Take care.